I actually had some ideas to make a shulker farm out of our plugin on the Spooncraft server that has a respawning shulkers, and they respawn on purple blocks, but if I get a shulker or an enderman, then the system will push it over there, but it will not push the shulkers themselves, except it won't push these over. So even when they are extended, then they won't get pushed, so they'll stay right there. We can use this to get rid of any endermen, except what happens is when the endermen spawn here, then there's a chance that they will turn into a shulker instead, and that's kind of how the plugin works. Red made it himself, so good job to him. And then next I need to figure out how to move the shulkers away. Yeah, when one does spawn. It actually turns out if there is like shulkers can be picked up by minecarts. Alright, anyway, so if there is a shulker here, then the minecart can pick up the shulker and move it elsewhere. Even if it's not on that block, so I will definitely use that to my advantage. We'll be able to move it away then. Oddly enough, I was curious and I found something interesting. So the iron golems will kill the shulkers, however that also happens, so that's a slight problem. Alright, so how we're going to do it is we're going to cage the iron golems in, and then as the minecart goes over and brings it to a cactus, but then hopefully I'll see if it works like this. The iron golems will go through and kill the shulkers as they go by, and then we can take the items off from there. The trapdoors at least stop the shulkers a little bit from hitting them, so that helps. Alright, so how it's going to work, I originally had it like this, except the iron golems couldn't reach the shulkers, but at least over here, then they are attacking iron golem, or they're attacking endermen, so they can reach like this, and then the endermen can't reach them, but I'm going to replace these so it's like this, and then put trapdoors along the top, because like this, then the shulkers won't be able to hit them as easily because it might go up in there instead of going all the way through. So it'll help that at least a little bit, but I might have to extend this further, so we'll see. I'm going to try and also put them on the bottom because we have to have them there so that no shulkers can spawn in that area too, and up here we'll also need slabs so that nothing can spawn, but I'm not sure if things can spawn on trapdoors. I'm going to have to figure that out though. So as I'm building this, then I am keeping all of these trapdoors flat on top so that any iron golems in this cage can see a shulker as it's coming by and maybe get upset at it then. I also just replaced all of these to this to save on resources, but that will make it so that we only need them in the middle, but with their hitboxes, then I think it's wider than one. Yeah, it's wider than one block, so they still won't be able to get into the other cages. And I have them in their cages so that they don't all form on one corner. However, they cannot reach over here, so this is not going to work as well. What we could do, actually, is come here and make these all bottom slabs so that they won't be able to spawn, but they'll also be further down. However, I'll have to see if that works or not. So what I have done is I've moved the floor down half a block, or more like a block and a half, because I tried only half a block, and like if the floor were there, I tried it right here, except they were way too high for that. So hopefully then they're still in this area, but I'm going to see. Okay, it looks like they're too low for that. However, I did just think we can use carpet, so this isn't actually much of a problem. So I'm going to kill the iron golem, and we can just take this out again and only do carpet. They can see through. Alright, so that's good. So I'm going to do this carpet across all of this, and then replace the iron golems in here, put the roof back on, and we can test it again. I also might have to change this, but we'll see. Alright, so I have moved, or I had to move the trapdoors to be 2 instead of just 1, because this whole area was 4 wide, so they could actually pass through. So I fixed that, and I also might, if the shulkers can hurt them easily, and if it still works, I might have to put trapdoors on the other side of this block right here. But I'm going to test it now and see if it actually works. So if I do this, well, that didn't work at all. Alright, good to know. I'll play around with some timings and making it slightly slower, but I'm really not sure what to do here. Alright, so I have upped it to 3 iron golems in each little container thing, and I have it on both sides because it just wasn't quite killing the shulkers fast enough. I also moved this back, and I made them 1 smaller so that they'll be closer to the middle. So I'm going to try again with the other side now and see if we can get it. And we cannot. Alright. Alright, I feel like we're going to have to try something else because this is not quite working. I tried doing this twice after moving it here, and I don't know where the shulker is going. So the shulker goes through it and goes, wait, the shulker died there, I think. Here, let me try that again. If I do this, does the shulker die? Okay, where did it go that time? Oh, it can go on the glass. Oh, I didn't think that they could go on the glass. Alright. Alright, I spent the last couple hours and designed this. It's a much more simple version of that, and it works. So kind of how it works is the shulker is there, and it does the same thing where it brings the shulker over, and then it breaks the minecart, but first it kicks off the shulker and goes to one of these 3 blocks on either side where the iron golems will then kill the shulker. And I've gotten it to work once, but I'll try a second time and see if it does work. Alright, that works. That's good. And it does it really fast too. So that one just was not working. So here I am trying yet again. And it turns out they won't. Whoa. What? Well, that was neat. Alright, anyway, well, they won't teleport away once they're on a honey block, but how does that happen? It's so weird. Alright, anyway, but they won't teleport when they're on a honey block, so I'll try to use that, but I'm not really sure. I came up with a new design that uses kind of just a really simple trick sort of thing. And I put string everywhere so that the shulkers cannot teleport there. And it took a little bit, but I did get it working. So just to make sure they can't teleport anywhere, I build it down at Y0. So if I spawn a shulker in here, then it will look up, and that has not happened before. Okay, that's new. But it should just teleport away. Okay, so what happens, yeah, is they will teleport over here, and when they kind of just extend their little head, I guess, and they'll go into the cactus, and then they'll eventually die, and their shulker shells will drop over here. So it's a fairly simple farm. I don't really know why this one isn't working, though. Alright, there we go. So they teleported. However, there should be a string there. But anyway, so that's kind of what stopped them from doing it, and if any shells would drop, then they would go in here. So it's really simple, but you can't miss anywhere with string, so I really put it everywhere. I actually came up with a different design to push out the Enderman, so we can also then put a minecart to take out a shulker. So if there's a shulker here and it goes up, then it will be picked up and thrown off. However, if there's an Enderman, we'll still do that, and there's nothing I can really do to get around that, but we'll still throw that, but it will push the Enderman away. So then, yeah, as you can see, I've been playing with a lot more designs. I did do that one and modify it a bit, but the iron golems are still getting hurt, so I'm not doing that. So yeah, I am going to try and play with this one because it's a little more efficient with what we have and resources and that kind of stuff. So it'll also be less laggy, but I'll see what I can do. All right, so what I have down here is a kind of area where the shulker might teleport to, hopefully, with an iron golem. So I'm going to try to spawn in a shulker and get a minecart. So my hope is that the shulker will teleport down there. All right, maybe not the best place to teleport to. I might have to put a trap door up here. All right, so here we go. The shulker is back, and what? Why are they teleporting there? Okay. Oh, okay, now they teleport down here. They always prefer to go in the iron golem's cage. All right, well, I'm going to maybe play around with ideas to hopefully make the shulker want to go in here instead, but I don't really know why the shulker wants to go in there. All right, so update. What I have is the shulker will go into through a rail down here, and I still need to block this off. So this will keep the shulker here, and the shulker will stay inside of its minecart. So yeah, it'll just stay right here until the iron golem kills it, and then I'm gonna have to play with timings. I know this is too short, but then it will open up and drop the minecart down here. I still need to figure out a collection of it. Then it will go break the minecart and bring it into a water stream so that it can go back over there. But I'm going to test this quick, and I know this won't work because I don't have any timings right at all. But with this, all right, well, it's on the wrong block, so that's the first start, but I'm going to hopefully fix everything. If it does work, then I'll make another design that's smaller, and that'll be the finished one. All right, I messed with the redstone for quite a while, and I think I have most of it, oh shoot. I think I have most of it done. So it will go down here, the iron golem will kill it, then this will open, will fall down, drop any items into here, hopefully. And after a bit, all right, well, I did that timing wrong, so I'm just going to power this on its own, but once it does that, that's probably why, then it will bring the, oh wow, that went way up. Then we'll bring the minecart back up, and we can bring it over to fill back in. So this is mostly working. I'm going to finish it up and kind of make it work a little better, and then we should be getting pretty close to done. And I think that it is entirely done now. So I filled up all of these with their minecarts, and so when this goes up, it will come over here, the shulker. It will fall down to be killed by the iron golem, and that hasn't happened before. I might have to fix that. This will fall down, the items will be collected in there. The minecart will come back up through a water stream, and will come through another water stream that will go into the hopper. At least it should have. But that should be empty in there. All right, there could have been another one in there, so it's all full anyway. All right, maybe not. Okay, well, it's almost done. I'm going to finish that, and then this farm is complete. I might edit this by moving this area closer to over here, because it doesn't need to be that far away. Alright, I've made a couple finishing touches, mostly to make sure that it works with Enderman. So if an Enderman spawns in here, we'll get rid of it, and then the minecart does go through. And it does just bounce back. That was kind of the easiest way I could find for it to do. But then the minecart will just go through the system and nothing happens there. So yeah, I'm glad to pronounce this farm done. And this is my own design, so if you are on Spooncraft, then I'd rather you not take it. But yeah, so we're going to be building this for GTN, and we will be using this. And how the plugin works is it tests, or it spawns an Enderman on one of these blocks, but it would do on any of them, except we're going to slab an island so that they will only spawn here, and we're also going to spawn the top of all of these blocks. But then there's a chance when it spawns on a purple block that it will instead spawn as a shulker, and that's when the system will be able to start and go through it all. So yeah, I think that this is working good for now. And over here, I did actually take this out because we don't need this. So it's a little bit less redstone that we don't need. So this leverage will just power that. But yeah, all of the shulker shells will come out right here, and then we can do whatever we want to store that. Alright, I copied it over from there to here. I made a couple of changes to slightly improve it. I also added a chest. So now it is done, and this video is already before this clip at half an hour long, or that's the unedited. I'm gonna have to edit it down a lot lower. But yeah, so that's all that I have here, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. But have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna turn this off. There we go. All right, have a good day.